heute muss geschieden sein. Güterfahrt und Judenrechte haben einen Krieg entfacht. Bomben knallen, Helden fallen, und es blitzt und kracht und kracht. Bomben knallen, Helden fallen, und es blitzt und kracht. Lebe wohl, mein Kind, denn im Westen weilt der Wind, der Wind. Lebe wohl, Mütterlein, heute muss geschieden sein. Haben wir die Brut vernichtet, Land nach gutem deutschen Brauch. Auf das Stock der Kampferlade, einen grünen Donnerstrauch. Auf das Stock der Kampferlade, einen Donnerstrauch. Lebe wohl, mein Kind, denn im Westen weilt der Wind, der Wind. Lebe wohl, Mütterlein, heute muss geschieden sein.
Hello folks and welcome back to the channel, welcome back to a new episode. So, just to briefly recapitulate, as you may have seen from the previous one, the Norwegian campaign lasted longer than the expectations and much longer than what happened in real life. And I don't know if you noticed, but at the beginning of the previous episode, Italy actually joined the war on the Axis side. And at first I didn't realize, I was like, okay, so Italy joined the war, okay, now they're gonna lose North Africa and stuff like that. But this declaration of war, I realized how immensely helped me in defeating France. There are, let's say, multiple reasons of why France fell so easily. I was really worried. I mean, having seen how the Polish managed to hold on for such a long time against me, against my troops of really under-equipped and badly developed. And I was like, okay, so maybe France will just hold on until 1942. I don't know. And surprisingly, this did not happen. And one thing is that by declaring war earlier than me, somehow the Italian AI managed to divert quite a lot of French troops from the Maginot and the Belgian border to the Alpine front, first. And second, as you may have just witnessed, somehow Great Britain invited the Netherlands to the Allies, which meant that I could capitulate the Low Countries independently of Case Yellow. This, I must say, was a completely unexpected turn of events, which basically they just paved the way for my victory in the West, because by defeating the Low Countries first, I had enough troops to then focus on Belgium, and then once Belgium fell, I had all the time at my disposal to finally capture France. And as I was afraid of letting the AI do the job, as you guys saw, I manually drove von Kleist's Panzer group across the French countryside. And as it happened in real life, the German panzers basically faced no resistance at all. And when I managed to close the pocket, even though I think I destroyed just a very few French divisions, I don't know, I think 6 or 7, this just paved the way for the final victory, because as you can see now, okay, so at the beginning of Case Red, the French still managed to put up some very fierce resistance. But after the initial breakthrough, no matter what the French soldiers tried to do, it was just game over. And a handful of troops managed to hold on Paris, and then for whatever reason, Paris did not fall, but the rest of the country fell. And another weird thing happened now, because even though France officially capitulated, what remained of Vichy France became now part of Free France, and I don't know if this was a bug of the game or something else. And I decided, okay, let's then just take control of the whole metropolitan France. And yeah, this is how I managed to capitulate the Western democracies in such a very short time. I must say, for the first time, I'm really proud of the Italian AI, because I think it's the first time in Hearts of HOI4 that you see Italy actually coming to help, coming to help Germany. And yeah, so the defeat of France led to the planning of the next step of the war, which, as I said before, is Operation Sea Lion. Concerning Operation Sea Lion, I don't want to spoil everything. I already recorded the episode of Operation Sea Lions, because I had to launch more than one, because they just ended up in a freaking failure. Yeah, the next episode will deal with this. I tried once again to launch convoy raiding campaigns across the waters surrounding the UK, but still I came to the conclusion that submarines are useless in the presence of a very strong enemy air force, and this is an aspect that I've totally underestimated. And maybe it's also because of the multiple bonuses that the AI is receiving when playing at the hardest difficulties. But these guys really convinced me that to make Germany a great naval power, you need to integrate some kind of air force. And having sacrificed a lot of research slots just to boost the naval research, yeah, I realized how much time I wasted, because okay, a strong navy can do anything. Can do something against another navy, but if the enemy navy is supported by a strong air force, for me it's just again game over. The battle is lost. And still, this is why at this point of the war I recalled as many air wings as possible, and I launched fighter sweeps campaigns across southern England, as well as I prepared my close air support and tactical bomber wings for the upcoming Operation Sea Lion. And again, this further motivates me to make Germany a great air power campaign, because I'm really curious to see what will happen if I just focus on the Air Force and try to conquer Europe and maybe even the US with just a strong Air Force. And okay, so that's all for this episode, and yeah, see you all very, very soon.